Hello students, today we are going to start with the chapter Theory of Consumer Choice. The first topic that we will study in this chapter is budget constraint. Suppose that there is a consumer who earns an income of $1,000 per month. He spends his entire income on pizza and Pepsi. Price of pizza is $10 and price of a pint of Pepsi is $2. This table shows some of the many combinations of pizza and Pepsi that the consumer can buy. The first row in the table shows that if the consumer spends his entire income on pizza, then he can purchase 100 pizzas but no Pepsi. The second row shows another possible combination, that is 90 pizzas and 50 pints of Pepsi, and so on. Each consumption bundle in this table cost exactly $1,000 because the consumer has spent all his income on pizza and Pepsi. This graph shows the consumption bundles that the consumer can purchase. The vertical axis measures the number of pints of Pepsi and the horizontal axis measures the number of pizzas. 3 points have been marked on this figure. At point A, the consumer buys 100 pizzas but no Pepsi. At point B, the consumer buys 500 pints of Pepsi but no pizza. At point C, the consumer buys 50 pizzas and 250 pints of Pepsi. You can observe that point C lies exactly in the middle of the line from A to B because at point C, the consumer is spending an equal amount on both the goods, that is $500 on pizza and $500 on Pepsi. These are only 3 of the many combinations of pizza and Pepsi that the consumer can choose. All the points on the line from A to B are possible, and this line is called the budget constraint. Budget constraint shows the consumption bundles that the consumer can afford. The slope of budget constraint measures the rate at which the consumer can trade one good for the other. Slope between the 2 points can be calculated as change in vertical distance upon change in horizontal distance. If we consider from point A to point B, vertical distance will be, so if we are moving from point A to point B, then we are moving from 0 pint of Pepsi to 500 pints of Pepsi. So there is a positive change and we will write it as vertical distance equals to 500 pints. Now let's consider the horizontal distance. If we are moving from point A to point B, that means we are moving from 100 pizzas to 0 pizza. So there is a negative change and we will write horizontal distance as minus 100 pizzas. Slope will be calculated as 500 pints upon minus 100 pizzas, which can be written as minus 5 pints upon 1 pizza. Thus, the slope is 5 pints per pizza. Notice that the slope of budget constraint equals the relative price of the two goods, that is the price of one good compared to the price of other. In our case, price of pizza, which is $10, equals to 5 times the price of pint of Pepsi, which is $2. In the next step, we can write it as price of pizza upon price of pint of Pepsi equals to 5. A pizza cost 5 times as much as a pint of Pepsi, so the opportunity cost of a pizza is 5 pints of Pepsi, which means that for getting an additional unit of pizza, you need to sacrifice 5 pints of Pepsi. The budget constraint slope of 5 reflects the trade-off the market is offering to the consumer, that is, one pizza for 5 pints of Pepsi. Thank you.